everybody. Welcome back to another class on Verbling.com with teacher Abby. We're going to be doing a reading crossword puzzle class. Half of the time will be spent reading. We're going to read a story called A Dream from Beyond, and then we're going to use vocabulary from the story to finish a crossword puzzle. So, very excited to see you. Let me say hello to Ali. Welcome to class.
Hi Abby, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Ali?
I'm fine, thank you. Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks for coming. Giovanni, welcome to the class.
Hi Abby, good to see you again. How are you?
Good to see you as well. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. How was your day today?
Normal, as usual.
Is it 10 o'clock at night there? 10 o'clock?
Yeah, you're right. 10 o'clock.
Getting late.
Always in the dark in my room.
Thanks for coming, Giovanni. Good to see you. Samuel, welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Awesome. I have to ask you about your picture. What is it in your picture? Where are you?
What is a picture? A photo, no?
Yes, your picture that you have for your class. What are you sitting on? What is that? A bridge?
Sorry?
In your picture. What is in your picture?
A bridge without a river.
Yes, sorry. It's a bridge for a beach in Santander. This is
okay.
my city born.
Cool. Thanks for sharing. Welcome to the class, Samuel. We're happy to have you.
Thanks.
And Jorge, welcome to the class. Good to see you again.
Hi, Abby. Good to see you again as well.
I just had a memory of when you were, I think it was like one of the first classes I had with you and you were dancing on the camera. Do you remember that?
Of course.
What happened?
If I remember, I think it was the first class I had with you.
What happened, Jorge? How come there's been no more dancing in class?
No. Fat chance. This is the only one way that it's not going to happen again.
That was a good lesson, though. You did a good job. Hussein, welcome to the class. How are you today?
Hello, Abby. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for asking. Did you change your picture?
Actually, yeah, I changed. Yeah, I changed it. Yeah.
So this is the same Hussein that I've had before?
Yes, I
Okay.
think, I don't know if you have another Hussein in your classes, but
Yes, I'm pretty sure you are. Thanks for coming back. Good to see you. And Luciano, welcome to the class. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm very good. And you?
Awesome. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Luciano. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm preparing for a TOEFL test. I'm studying hard. It's difficult test, so I'm here to practice a little bit my English.
Fantastic. Why are you taking the TOEFL test?
I am a physical therapist licensed in New York State. Then I have to pass this TOEFL test, especially on the speaking section, to get a work visa in the United States.
Okay. Good for you. That's fantastic. So you're practicing your English before you take the test. That's a good idea.
Exactly. But I took this test for 10 times. It's hard.
You've taken the test 10 times?
Yes, I did.
Well, at least you know what to expect.
Yes, I know exactly what to expect, a hard test.
It is difficult. It's very true. In fact, I was doing some preparation for a student for TEFL, and I was surprised at how difficult some of the questions were. It's not an easy test at all.
Exactly. I just need the speaking section, and I had to take 26 on 30 out of 30.
Okay, well, all the best with that. I hope that it goes well for you. Keep up the good work and practicing. I'm sure it will.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Today's story that we're going to read is about a dream that somebody has. Samuel, do you think dreams have any other meanings? Do you think dreams have meanings? Samuel?
Sorry, microphone on. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. This is probably a dream is subconscious.
Your conscience.
Conscience and subconscious.
Subconscious. Your subconscious. So, Ali, do you think a dream has an actual meaning? Do you think that there's a purpose to the dream, or do you think it's more just images in your brain? What do you think?
Maybe something happened in your life and you think about them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It affects your brain, and when you're sleeping, you see something about them.
Very good. Okay. Does anyone else have a different meaning? Does anyone in the class believe that dreams have a meaning that is greater than just simply your subconscious or anything like that?
Well, I think
When
that
you are awake.
Okay, let's start with Giovanni.
I don't say nothing, but well, no problem. I think dreams have a meaning in a way to explain some your way to approach the people, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a psychologist, but I think if you dream, for example, I don't know, an animal, for example, or in a special action with an object, I don't know. I think there is a link between this action and your way to move in the society.
Thank you for sharing. And was it you, Hussein, that was going to say something before?
Sorry?
No, but maybe I think, for example, some people think if you had a dream, most probably it's going to happen. But I think it's like if you have a dream, it's the you have an experience, then you have a dream about it. It's not like if you have a dream about buying a car, you're going to buy a car, but it's like you are thinking about buying a car, then you have it in your dream. I think. Yeah, I think as well.
Okay, thanks for sharing. What about you, Jorge? What do you think about dreams?
Yeah, dreams can have both meaning. When you are sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
some people dream awake, and the other way is when we have something that we wish, or maybe no wish, maybe something that we desire happen in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I think dreams is for many people it's the way that to sometimes is the reason of your life, because this is something that you want and you try to fight for your dreams.
Okay, so you're talking about dreams as in goals, aspirations.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's also another way that we talk about dreams. Very good. And what about you, Luciano? What do you think about dreams?
Well, I think that there are many different theories in psychology about dreams, and sometimes, of course, it's part of our subconscious. Personally, I think that the meaning of the dreams depends on the dream. For example, if it is a good dream, I prefer to believe that it's okay, it's a good dream. I am kind of forecasting the future. But if it's not a good dream, it's a kind of nightmare. I prefer, I don't care about this dream. Let me forget about it. It's just a dream, a bad dream.
So you like to pick and choose what dreams you think are real and what dreams you think are not real.
Yes, I do a kind of selection. Exactly.
That's funny. So you half believe one thing and you half believe the other.
Yeah, it depends on the dream.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. So nobody in this class believes that dreams can come from something bigger or something that's important or something that will happen in the future. Nobody believes that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, me too.
Let me welcome Harsani.
Hi, Abby. How
are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for asking. Where are you from?
I'm from Hungary.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.
What do you think about dreams? Do you think dreams have a special meaning?
Yes, everybody has a specific dream.
Okay, what about this kind of dream when you're sleeping and your mind has a story or pictures that go through it? Do you think those dreams have meaning?
Pardon?
Do you think the dreams that you have at night when you are sleeping have a specific meaning?
Specific needing.
Meaning. Do
Needing.
dreams have a meaning?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for sharing. And Nikolai, welcome to the class.
Hey, Abby.
Nikolai, I thought you disappeared.
I'm sorry, maybe I have a bad connection. I said hi everyone. Hi, Abby.
Good to see you, Nikolai. Thanks for joining us. What do you think about the topic? Do you think dreams have meanings?
Yeah, I think it's have special meaning.
Can you explain why you think that?
It's it's so hard, for me now.
What do you mean?
Afraid I can explain it. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about dreams today, so maybe later in the class, when you feel more comfortable, you can express your idea, okay?
I think some experts say when you're sleeping, your soul traveling, something like that. For example, sometimes you go to a place you never been there, or you see someone you never seen him or her before, but you think I saw him or her before, or I have been there before. It's familiar, something like that. I am not sure. I read somewhere or I heard someone. Some experts say it's a kind of deja vu you living. You see them in your dreams.
Exactly, deja vu. That's interesting. Who has ever had that happen to them before, where they've been in a situation where they've said, this has happened before? Who has experienced deja vu?
It's happened to me sometimes.
Me too, many times.
It happens to me as well.
Yeah?
It happens to me as well sometimes. Yeah.
Just part of life. The brain making interesting connections, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Our story is called A Dream from Beyond, and there's 2 parts to it. So we should get started so we have time to read it all before we move into our crossword puzzle, okay? Any questions before we get started?
No.
Okay, let's go ahead. Maybe we could... Okay, do you want to start us off for this one? Just wait. Okay. We have 2 parts to the story, so everyone can read a bit more. Jorge, will you read the first paragraph, please?
Okay. I was sound asleep. My grandfather appeared in a dream. He asked why I had never visited him and Grandma at the cemetery. He said that even my mom hadn't visited since October 4, Grandma's birthday. He told me that when I was young, I had walked out into a pond and slipped underwater. He had rescued me. He said Grandma was supposed to be watching me, but that she had gotten sick all of a sudden and was throwing up. It was probably the fresh blackberries they had picked and eaten earlier. Grandma had a bad stomach.
Excellent. Good reading. Can you repeat the word, Jorge? Visited.
Visited.
Excellent. Very good. Now let's talk about the vocabulary. Does anyone have any questions about the vocabulary for the first paragraph?
Be sound asleep, maybe.
To be sound asleep means to be in a deep, deep sleep. So in the middle of the night, you can say, I was sound asleep.
Is it an idiom or expression like that?
I guess,
or I mean, like, if we can use it like with other words, like I'm sound something else instead of asleep. No, just
sound asleep
okay.
is the expression.
Okay.
Giovanni,
Okay.
it could be the REM phase, but it's not specific or scientific. It's just a simple expression of language that talks about a deep sleep. Okay?
Oh, okay.
It could be like the REM phase, though, for sure, right? That's a deep sleep as well. So what kind of dream? Okay, Jorge, yeah?
What does pond? Walk out into a pond.
A pond is a small body of water. It's not a place where people swim because it's full of ducks and frogs and small creatures. A small lake.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else have a question? Okay. So, Samuel, I'm going to ask you a comprehension question. What does this young person dream about? What's in his dream?
This is a young dream with grandfather, and grandfather rescue him. For he watched in a plane. No. He slept underwater.
Mm-hmm. He slipped into the water, so he fell into the pond. He was going to die. His life was at risk. Continue.
The grandfather he had rescued him.
Perfect. Excellent. Very good. And the reason that the child was left unattended was what? Why was the child left alone? Ali?
What?
Why was the child left alone? How did the accident happen? Why was it that the child was left alone unattended? What happened to Grandma who was watching him?
Oh, grandma was sick, I think. She ate some fresh blackberries and they made her sick.
Perfect. They made her sick. Excellent. Next paragraph. Hussein, could you read the next paragraph for us?
Yeah. My parents were out on a boat in the pond. They did not know that Grandpa had saved me until they got back to shore. I was in a towel and my clothes were drying on bushes. My brown and white Buster Brown shoes were also soaked. I was only 3 years old, Grandpa said. My parents were angry at first, but when they saw that Grandma was still feeling sick, they forgave her.
Okay, so what else does Grandpa tell him in the story? Giovanni.
Sorry, I have a little bit problems with my connection.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to ask, let me ask Harsani. Can you tell me what happens next? What does Grandpa tell him next?
Grandpa saved the children.
The child.
The child was in a towel because they were soaked. He or she was soaked.
Very good.
So her or his clothes were lying on a bushes to dry. And that's all.
Awesome. Good job. Good comprehension. Any questions on the vocabulary for that paragraph? Okay. Next. Oh, question?
What does it mean, drying on bushes?
Okay, so the bushes are like small trees, and they took the wet clothing and put them on top of the trees to have them dry.
Okay.
Excellent. Harsani, can you read the next paragraph for us?
Grandpa told me that we had a picnic after that. The four of us ate some chicken, potato salad, and homemade cookies. We drank lemonade. Then Grandpa took me for a walk in the woods. I sat on his shoulders. I saw some daisies, and we picked them. When we returned, I presented these daisies to Mom and three to Grandma, who was finally feeling better. Grandpa said to bring some daisies to the gravesite. Then I woke up.
Okay, so this is how the dream ends. Any questions on the vocabulary?
What does mean daisies?
Daisies.
Yeah, it's a white flower.
Exactly, a white flower with a yellow center.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Gravesite, what does mean?
A grave site. Tiago, what's a grave site? You know, a grave site.
Oh, a grave what?
A grave site.
Well, grave, I think is the sauce people usually cook.
That's great. That's gravy. That's gravy.
All right.
A place to bury people.
Oh,
exactly. So the grave site is the cemetery. Cemetery. Oops.
Cemetery. Yes, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, now I saw it. Okay.
So, teacher, daisies are edibles.
I have no idea.
Because when the grandmother saw these vegetables, she was feeling better. I don't know.
No. What we're saying is that she was away because she was feeling sick, but then it says that he brought flowers to his grandmother, and then it adds now she was feeling better. So no, she didn't eat the flowers, but it's just an extra point to explain that she's no longer sick.
Okay.
Okay. Good. So if you were to go on a picnic, what would you bring? David, what would you bring if you were to go on a picnic?
Okay, maybe a carpet for when you put that on the grass. A basket full of food, cheese, wine, drinks, a lot of food.
Okay, very good. Some wine, some cheese. Excellent. Anyone else want to tell me about what they would bring on a picnic, or maybe the last time you went for a picnic?
I bring with me only my guitar.
Your guitar? No food?
No.
An Italian that goes on a picnic with no food and no wine.
Only wine.
Some drink and food.
Drinks and food, very good. A basket, Tiago says, usually a basket. That's very traditional of you, Tiago. Very romantic.
A cheese is a good idea.
Cheese.
How do you say that? I don't remember now. Is that plate? The thing you cover to sit on.
Blanket.
A blanket, right?
A blanket.
Thank you.
Blanket. A white and a red checkered blanket, right?
Yes, that has a blanket.
A ball.
What was that, Ali?
Ball, playing volleyball, something like that.
Okay, very good. A ball to play some sport, to throw a ball around?
Maybe playing card or board game, something like that.
Cards or a board game. Good idea. Really good ideas, you guys. Anyone else have an idea about what you would bring or have on a picnic? Perfect. So this is the end of the dream. Are there any questions about the dream? All right. Sorry, the next half of the story, I should say. My bad. I'll just share that with you. A dream from 2. Okay. Giovanni, I'm going to get you to read the first highlighted part for us, okay? Just wait one second.
Okay. Next day, I called my mom. Do you remember me walking to the pond and Grandpa rescued me? My God, who told you about that? You mean it really happened?
Excellent. Okay, so what do we learn? What do we learn from this part of the story? Who can tell me?
I think that the son is speaking with his mom. So he tries to explain the dream.
Yeah, he's telling his mom about what he heard in his dream. But then what does the mom say? What does the mother say that teaches us something different? Luciano, tell us. Luciano, what?
Could you repeat the question, please?
So the boy says, do you remember me walking into the pond and Grandpa rescuing me? And Mom says, my God, who told you about that? What does her response tell us about his dream?
Well, the mom was wondering who told to the son about this story.
Exactly. So what's the idea? What's the idea that we're getting so far?
She was surprised.
She was very surprised. Absolutely. Who knows why she was surprised?
Because according to her, maybe she didn't know that the son had a dream about this story, and the son was very young when it happened, and supposedly he didn't know about this story.
Good. Excellent. Good understanding. Okay, let's continue. David, can you read the next part for us?
Sure. Yes, but your father and I never told you about it, because Grandma swore us to silence, even though it wasn't her fault. She felt that she had failed in her responsibility and never wanted you to know about it. My goodness, that was so long ago. Who told you this?
Okay, can you repeat who told? Told.
Who told you this?
Excellent. Good job. So Samuel, why didn't they tell him about what happened to him when he was a child? Why didn't they tell him?
This mother and father said not said for grandmother because the grandmother not sense
mistake.
Fail, not fail with a care for your children.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So she felt really bad, and she didn't want him to know that she almost cost him his life. She didn't want him to know that. Anyone have any questions or observations about this paragraph?
Yes, I don't understand. Swear.
Okay, to swear can mean to say a bad word, but this is not what that means. To swear means to make a solemn or a promise. To make a promise. So if I said to you, swear to me, Samuel, that you will be in my class tomorrow. That would you'd have to say, yes, I swear, or no, I can't swear. I promise or I don't. Okay?
Okay.
To swear means to make a promise. But it's heavy. To swear is like to make an oath, a promise that is not light.
Yes, in Spanish is the same. Promise and swear is the same, different. Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone in class, has anyone here ever sworn or made a serious promise like that when they've had to say, I swear on my life, or I make a solemn promise?
Yes, I swear, never swear.
I swear to never swear. I think you might have broken that oath before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Anyone else? Give me an example of a sentence where maybe you swore or you said something, you promised something.
Maybe when you want to demonstrate that you don't say lies, for example.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You're saying, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth, I swear. Like Tiago says in the chat, you can also say, I cross my heart, which means the same thing. It means I promise, okay? Good. Let's continue. Ali, can you please read the next highlighted part for us?
Okay. Mom, did I go for a walk with Grandpa and return with daisies for you and Grandma? Okay. What's that? Okay. Okay. I get it. You and your dad are playing some kind of prank? Okay, it's very funny. Now quit it.
Excellent. Sorry about that, you guys. The train is here.
Hello, train.
I'm actually on the train. I didn't want to tell you. Okay, so what does the mom think that her son is doing? Who can tell me? What does mom think that the son is doing?
He and his father make a prank, something like that.
Exactly. Tiago, what's a prank?
A prank is when somebody make a joke or make a situation for you and you fell in and you feel stupid sometimes.
Excellent. Absolutely. Anyone else? Has anyone here ever played a prank on somebody else or played a joke on them that they want to tell us about?
All the time.
Like coming to class with a blonde wig?
Yeah, especially with that. Also, when I met a foreign person and the person asked questions about Brazil, and I said, "Oh yeah, in Brazil, the most common transportation is like ropes on trees, like Tarzan, you know. We grab one and go and have every hour you have one like that, and we eat monkeys here in Brazil." But so, really? No, of course not.
Oh, you're one of those, Tiago. You play tricks on us.
Sometimes, Abby, sometimes.
Us Western worlders, us crazy North Americans. We believe anything, don't we?
All right.
You should have been here for our class yesterday, Tiago, on international delicacies. I'm sure you would have had a few pranks to play on us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is there going to be another one like this?
Well, maybe. We'll see.
All right. Okay.
If I can stomach it. Hussein, let me ask you, have you ever had somebody play a prank or a joke on you that you fell for, that you believed? No? Anyone else can tell us a story about a prank or a joke? Okay, let's continue. Let's go to Tiago. Can you read the next part for us?
Sure. This is no prank?
Yep.
All right. This is no prank, Mom. Grandpa told me this is a dream last night. This in a dream last night. It still sounds like a prank.
Excellent. Very good. And Samuel?
Yes. Sorry. No, I'm serious. He told me that Grandma had a reaction to blackberries. He said I was wearing brown and white Buster Brown shoes. He said I gave you and Grandmother Daisy.
Excellent. Very good. And can we have Luciano read the next part?
Okay. Oh my God. Your father would never remember all this. It must be Daddy. Did he say anything about visiting his gravesite? Yes, that was his problem. He wanted me to visit them. He also said you had not visited since.
Excellent. Continue with, is it you, Jorge? Oops, look what I've done.
Okay.
Jorge?
Okay. Yes. Since mom's birthday 6 years ago. Well, not. I've got to get over there right now.
Very good. And then the rest of it, can you finish it off for us, Hussein?
Yeah. Since mom's birthday 6 years ago, well, not.
Sorry, the rest of it from here to the bottom.
Okay, sorry. Wait for me. I'm coming with you, and I've got to bring those dice. Maybe we better start going every year. Mom, yes, there's no telling what Grandpa might tell you next time.
Okay, good job, you guys. Okay, so what ended up happening? What is this story all about? Who can tell me? David, do you understand?
Actually, no, because I came late.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Maybe we could have Giovanni, tell us what this story is about. What happens in this story?
So I think this story one of the meaning is about a behavior of the parents regarding their son, for example.
Okay.
So, for example, they could remember to their son to have more respect for example, a grandmother died or grandparents died. I don't know exactly.
Okay, cool. Anyone else have a different interpretation of what happens in this story?
I think Grandpa reminds them some responsibilities.
What's their responsibility?
Visit them, their graveyard, something like that.
Okay, good.
Grandpa broke the sword.
He broke the oath. He did. Good job, Jorge. I don't think anyone's going to get mad at him now, though. Good. Does anyone here ever go to a cemetery to visit the grave site of somebody that they love who has died? Has anyone done that?
Yes, we always go to grave.
For who do you go?
For my father, my grandpa, granddad, and my auntie, a lot of relatives.
Very good. Why do people do that? Why do people go to a grave site to visit the place where somebody they love was buried? Who can give me an answer? Why do people do that?
Maybe religious beliefs?
Religious beliefs, absolutely.
Some people go there and reading Quran, something like that, pray for them.
Okay, praying for the people who have died. Tiago, what were you going to say?
Is there somebody here, anybody from Asia or a place that
not in
people
this class.
Yeah, because when a person dies, right, over there, I know they celebrate differently from us, from the Western part. And I would like to know if they do like we do, like we visit to those people, and what do they do? If
That's
they
a good
feel the
question.
same, really.
It's a good question. We'll have to wait until Yuki's back in class
Oh yeah, indeed.
and ask him.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's true. It's different cultures have different customs. That's why I'm asking, just because I'm curious. I wonder what you guys know about that.
Yeah.
I, for my part, I have actually never visited a cemetery.
Really?
Never. Not once in my life. I went to the cemetery once for a funeral because that person decided for their family member that died that they wanted to have the funeral at the cemetery, and that's where the process was. But other than that, I have never been to visit a gravesite. So for Canadians, it's not a common practice.
I used to play the guitar in a cemetery. But with some friends at night. You know, but when I was younger.
Okay.
And, you know.
We go to cemetery every weekend, almost, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's a good way to know about your ancestors, people live in the past, feeling about that. And we make some flower and plants around the place, something like that.
Very good. Anyone else want to share an experience or a story about visiting a cemetery?
Tish, in Italy, there is a special day on the 1st November dedicated to visiting cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Dead Days.
Day of the Dead?
Yes, but it's a religious, in the religious meaning, of course.
Yes. Mm-hmm, of course.
In Italy, most of the holidays are religious days.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the people go to the cemetery. I think most of the old people.
Thanks for sharing, Giovanni.
Same in Hungary. Is 1st of November is a holiday in Hungary, and a lot of people go to the cemetery for respect for your respect for ancestor.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a way to show respect, or even just to remember, be out in nature and remember somebody that you love who has died, right? I think that's why people in my culture would go sometimes to the cemetery. Okay, well, let's get started on our crossword puzzle. We've got about 12 to 15 minutes left of class, so that gives us some time to practice our vocabulary. The vocabulary comes from the story that we just read, okay, not the first one, so it comes from this part of the story, part 2. Okay. Let's start with number 1, and let's have Samuel start for us.
People with no sense of are not good employees or friends. Responsibility?
Good job. Why do you think that's true? Why is it true that people with no sense of responsibility are not good friends?
The people of responsibility don't forget your friends or your doing your things.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Thank you, Samuel. Number 2 down. Jorge.
You'd better shut up, or I'll punch you in the nose. Bob angrily told the stranger.
I will be so surprised if you know this one, Jorge. It's the brand name.
I'm not good for it.
Remember the brand name of the shoes that the boy was wearing?
No.
Buster.
Okay.
So we always, in English, we say, you better shut up, Buster, even if the person's name is not Buster, because that's what we like to do in English, be really weird like that. Buster is like just a typical name.
It's the first time I heard that.
Okay, well, don't say it to just anyone, Jorge. You might get a punch in the nose.
Oh, no, I have no problem with people.
It's an expression in English only. Okay, 3 across. Hussein?
She said when she saw how big it was, my
Godness.
God is too short to fit in. My beaches.
Pardon?
What? What? It's not that one, okay.
Hussein, what's going on?
No, not that. Because you wrote Pete, and then I thought that. My God.
Most and Pete.
My goodness. My goodness. I'm sorry. Is it very bad to say, Abby? If I say...
No, it's not. It's not that bad, Hussein, but it made me laugh. It's just funny.
Our answer is, right?
It's all Tiago's fault. Tiago, you got me in trouble.
Me? No, I was quiet.
My batches. My batches.
No, my goodness. My goodness. So when might somebody say, my goodness? When might somebody say that?
Oh my
When
goodness,
somebody
I
says something like that.
said something wrong. It's like, oh my goodness, I said something wrong. Yeah.
Surprise.
Oh my
Surprise
goodness.
something.
I said
Exactly, right? Maybe to correct yourself, or maybe if you're surprised, you might say, oh, my goodness.
Shock.
Very good. Excellent. Good job. Okay, let's move on to Harsangi. Can you do number 7 across?
Something I told you that I will always love you. She rolled her eyes when she heard this. I love to you.
7 across. So remember, it's another word for a promise. Another word
I
for
swear
There you go.
to
Good
you
job.
that I always love to you.
Perfect. Why does she roll her eyes? What do you think? Why does she roll her eyes, Harsani?
She loves. She wrote her eyes.
Do you know what that means?
She has a problem.
Okay, what does it mean if you said, Abby, I love you, and I went,
Yes. You're
do I believe you?
you heard.
No.
It means she doesn't believe him. She's going, oh yeah, sure, I've heard that before. That's rolling your eyes, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Don't care.
Or she doesn't care. But usually it's if you roll your eyes at somebody, you don't believe them. You're going, yeah, okay. I don't believe you. Good job. Giovanni, let's do the next one. Any questions on that one? To roll your eyes or to swear? Giovanni, 8 down.
Okay. Good things come to those who. 8 down. Come to. Very general.
Number 8. 8 starts with a W. So the word is, for example, you're not allowed.
Okay.
You cannot take a break at work until it's lunchtime. So your boss might say, you have to do this until 12 o'clock.
Won't.
Close. It's wait.
Wait.
Okay?
Yes,
Good
you're
things
right.
come to those who wait. You have to be patient if you want good things in life.
You're right.
10 down. That's okay. David, 10 down.
10 down. It's golden. Made.
Hallgatni.
I don't know. Can you give me a hand?
So?
Silent.
Oh, who's cheating?
Silent is golden.
Silence.
Poor David. He didn't even have a chance. Silence is golden, David. David, why do you think that's true? Why is silence golden?
Actually, I don't know what is silence.
Silence is complete quiet. No sound. No words.
Why I think that is silence is golden?
Mm-hmm.
In the history? Or
Yes, like for example, why might silence be considered a good thing? When is silence or not saying anything a good thing?
maybe because you have the opportunity to listen
Okay.
instead of say any wrongs or any mistakes that maybe you feel embarrassed or say stupid things.
Absolutely. Good job. When else was silence golden? Who can give me another one? Maybe if somebody is provoking a fight?
Yes. I just say this. Maybe when you receive some angry words and you feel so angry to reject them, I think it's better to the silence is better than to reject.
Perfect. Good job. Thank you, Giovanni. And thank you, David. I think David should get another one because everybody was cheating for that one. So David, do 5 across for us.
5 across? Yeah. Many years back, people used to gather around the radio in their living room to listen to President Roosevelt talk. Many years...
Not for, not since, but...
Ago.
Oh! Who said that? Oh my goodness.
Ago.
Many years ago.
Ago.
Okay, moving along. Ali, 11 across.
Yes. Sorry, I disconnected. Okay. Where is Jimmy Hoffa, the missing leader of the Teamsters? People say that he is pushing up after he was quietly murdered.
Mm-hmm. 11 across. A flower.
Daisies?
Was that Ali?
Daisies?
Daisies, it is. So pushing up daisies means that the person who died has fed the ground so that it has the nutrients to create flowers or to grow flowers, okay? And then last one, 14 across, Tiago?
The boss had little blank to the employees' complaint about the 55th restrooms. Stop whining, he said.
Filthy.
Filthy. Oh yeah, because it's too little.
Sorry.
It's not that good. All right, filthy. The boss had little, number 14. Wow. Consciousness.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with an R.
Thank you. R. Reduction. I don't know. Reaction.
There you go, reaction. Perfect. Good job, you guys. So there is the link for the crossword puzzle in the chat box there if you guys wanted to finish it. Any questions or comments?